Mmeri bụ nke anyị na mbido, mmeri bụ nke anyị na njedebe. Greetings, lovers of freedom. Speaking from my office and in my capacity as the Deputy Minister of Communications, I want to communicate with my Biafrans, my comrades, everyone that is in this with us together. For a few days now, we have not heard from our Prime Minister, and we have brought you reports from him that he is fine. Number one thing you must know that we are not scared of is that we are not scared of arrest. Arrest, it can come normally. Our Prime Minister has been arrested on terrorism charges. From some of you that do not want to take our word for it, that our Prime Minister is arrested on terrorism charges, then that is what we are looking for, because it means that it is time for the world to hear our voice. Mmeri bụ nke anyị na mbido, mmeri bụ nke anyị na njedebe. Greetings, lovers of freedom. Speaking from my office and in my capacity as the Deputy Minister of Communications, I want to communicate with my Biafrans, my comrades, everyone that is in this with us together. For a few days now, we have not heard from our Prime Minister, and we have brought you reports from him that he is fine. Number one thing you must know that we are not scared of is that we are not scared of arrest. Arrest, it can come normally. Our Prime Minister has been arrested on terrorism charges. From some of you that do not want to take our word for it, that our Prime Minister is arrested on terrorism charges, then that is what we are looking for, because it means that it is time for the world to hear our voice.
Good evening, viewers. This is BVI Channel 1. You're welcome back again on Matters Arising. Today is 22nd of November 2024. And we are back again in continuation with what we discussed yesterday and some latest update coming from the camp of Simon Ekpa, who the person that came forward to confirm Simon Ekpa's arrest in disguise, I will call it, but it's better you listen to him. But let us first of all start with the news of his arrest, because some people are still doubting whether or not that news is an old video or a latest one. So let's take it again once more from Arise TV. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, has been arrested by law enforcement in Finland. Reports say Ekpa was subsequently sent to prison by the district court of Haim for spreading terrorist propaganda on social media. Ekpa was said to have committed the crime in 2021 in Leyte municipality. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigation also arrested 4 other men who violate terrorist offenses. Ekpa, who is a citizen of Finland and Nigeria, has described himself as leader of the separatist IPOP groups as Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration. Finnish police say Ekpa's activities and social media rhetoric may have fanned the flames of violence in southeast Nigeria.
So that's the news update as we had it yesterday as a breaking news. And for those who are still doubting if that news was old, fake, or current, the update we are getting today will clear the doubt. Coming from Simon Ekpa's camp of what they call the Biafra government in exile, the person that took the position of Deputy Director for Communication, that's a kind of a spokesman to Simon Ekpa, had come forward to reaffirm or somehow affirm the arrest of Simon Ekpa, and also went further to state why that happened and why it's a welcome development. Now, that is the twist we are going to discuss tonight. Let us get to that video, and when I come back, we open up the lines and have your opinion on the issues, on matters arising today. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Greetings, lovers of freedom. This should have been a live broadcast, but my device doesn't let me. I have to do a recording, and it is very, very important I do this. Raphael Chiamaka Ajiere, Pastor Vam 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 is my name. By the grace of God, I'm Deputy Minister of Communications, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And speaking from my office and in my capacity as the Deputy Minister of Communications, I want to communicate with my Biafrans, my comrades, everyone that is in this with us together. For a few days now, we have not heard from our Prime Minister, and we have brought you reports from him that he is fine. We have told us he's on a national assignment, on a very important assignment, something that will keep him away for a short time. And there are speculations here and there are insinuations here and there are innuendos here and there. This is not funny, but I want you to get serious with what I'm about to say. Now, our people said that Ada Sombabu Ejogo, which is to say, soldiers that are enlisted to fight, they are not scared to die while they engage in the battle. And so we as Biafrans, we are not scared to fight. Number one thing you must know that we are not scared of is that we are not scared of arrest. We are not scared of name calling. We are not scared of attacks, because those are things that would come normally. Arrest, it can come normally. Attacks, hey, it should just be our daily bread. Yes. And then some people say there are speculations going out there. Our Prime Minister have been arrested on terrorism charges. Hey, where do I keep this phone so that I'll be able to clap? I'm using my hand to hold the phone. I would have clapped onto that if my Prime Minister was actually arrested for terrorism charges. Why should I clap? What do you think our Prime Minister is looking for, or Mazin Namdekanu himself has been looking for, each time they dare everyone that is coming after them and say, we want to go to that Hague. Let us go to ICC and iron these things out. Let's go to the Hague together. Let's go there. Bring it on. Let's go. So if you are charging me or arresting me for terrorism case, it means that you are ready to hear me out. So if it is indeed true, as the speculations have it, from some of you that do not want to take our word for it, that our Prime Minister is arrested on terrorism charges, then that is what we are looking for, because it means that it is time for the world to hear our voice. Now, Mazi Simon Ekpa that you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that you know, do they look like people that are scared of being arrested on terrorism charges?
All right, that is it. We've seen that video, and it is really very, very informative. Because why it's informative is that it opened our eyes to understand some of the things that results to some of the actions we are seeing. You know, the mentality of our people, and why, because people will be asking why this, why that. This video answered a lot of questions, and that is what I'm going to, in a brief, explain in my own understanding. Then the lines are already open. You can call to also, tender your own opinion with respect to what you heard, or even react to my opinion, whether it is wrong or right. You have the right and the stand to make your own opinion, object to it, agree with it, and let us deliberate. The most important thing we are trying to achieve here is to make sure that we actually get to a point where we will be able to inform our people better. You know, today we are supposed to be handling GGM hour for good governance, but we had to override that and, concentrate on the matters that are arising, so as to tidy up this very issue, because it is really important to our people. And this young man have clarified it in his position when he was making that video, saying that why they actually applauded anticipated this arrest of Simon Ekpa. Okay, so part of it is what we are going to be deliberating on. So now, talking about what the guy said. First of all, what I pointed out or I underlined is it is anticipated, because you heard him mention that Adeji Makambabu Halogo. Adeji Makambabu Halogo, meaning that you are not going to be, because of being killed, fear of being killed, and avoid fighting in the war battle. And anyone that's engaged in the battlefront is not afraid of death, So that the arrest is well anticipated. In fact, they were expecting it. And he went further to, in that statement, underlined clearly that their actions were intentional. So, admitting that the carnage happening in the southeast, because that is where we can really attribute their actions, not in other parts of Nigeria, not in the north, not in the west, not in the south as they call them, but in the eastern region of Nigeria. That's the core Igbo states in the southeast, the 5 southeast states. That is where the activities are happening. And he acknowledged the fact that those carnage, those killing, those destruction that is happening there is anticipated for them to be arrested, so that they can be taken to Hague. Hague is where you have International Criminal Court, so that they can now voice their opinion, so that they can now tell the world the story of Biafra. They can now tell the world why the carnage and their anger in pursuing the agitation in such manner. That is my understanding of what he said. Okay, you can also understand it differently. You have your right to understand it differently, and you also have an opportunity to address that on this program by calling the numbers on the screen, +2348104545533, or you just simply drop your comment. If you drop your comment, we will take it up from here. All right, so if you drop your comment, we take it up and read it out from here, but don't go outside the the topic we are reviewing, okay? I think we are having the first caller for today, Honorable Onyebuchi. Hello, good evening, sir. Hello, good evening, sir. Honorable Onyebuchi Apara, calling us from United States.
Good afternoon, Sir Peters. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Let me go straight to the point you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, now, you said that the Simon Ekpa's faction, Chiamaka, Ajiere, or what? He was confirming about the arrest of Pastor Mr. Ekpa.
Yeah.
Anyway, to be honest with you, these guys are joking. They were just joking because he's talking about taking them international criminal courts. Who is doing that? They were destroying their land. It's a pity, and I personally, I'm very happy that Simon Ekpa has been arrested. I hope they would extradite him to Nigeria to come and face the music. Because, Peter, just imagine, how can you be killing your people? Have Nnamdi Kanu ever said that you should kill your people because of your seeking sovereignty in Biafra? How can you, well, if you kill them when the time comes? Myopic and useless. Tell you that he's going to have launch his worship in which territorial water. I mean, I don't know the kind of reasoning these people have. My brother, you cannot get a sovereign state by propaganda. Let me give you an example. South Sudan was under Sudan. Sudan was fighting for a long time until peacefully Christian and Muslim. The Christian is now South Sudan. The Muslim is now the main Sudan. And you can see the war is still ravaging in Sudan. And the South Sudan is peaceful. Okay, look at Eritrea and Ethiopia. When they had their own, Eritrea had their own country from Ethiopia. Is there any noise? The same thing with many other places. Sometimes you go through dialogue. Are they killing themselves? How can this guy be killing people, making people uncomfortable? We can't even travel. You build all mansions, you can't even go to your fatherland, where your embryo cord was buried. You can't even go there. You're telling me that you're looking for Biafra. Simon Ekpa was the one that said when Nnamdi Kanu is released, that he has to come to Finland to come and talk to him, talk to him before. How can you be exhibiting so much power because Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated? It's incarceration. He's taking advantage of that. My brother, I think people that are supporting that man, and remember Ebonyi State, where he came from, is so peaceful, no seat at home. He can only get the seat at home from Anambra State, where he knew that they have so much money in Anambra, probably Imo State too. He caused so much airmen on these two states, so they can kidnap people, make more money. How can you tell me that somebody that is looking for peace you're killing your people. People come out, you kill them. You have people, you're supporting people with hard-earned money, some useless people sent to him from Europe and America because of Biafra. He cannot get Biafra. If Nnamdi Kanu cannot get the Biafra, Simon Ekpa is just a tip in an iceberg. It's a dot, if I refer to her in a circle. So whatever he's doing, I thank God. If these people that were taking instruction with him, both autopilot and whoever, they will see that yes, he can be captured. Although he's working with the government of Finland because Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa I think he's a politician. I think he's with the Conservative Party of Finland, which is the ruling party. He's a monk. So they might not extradite him, but they may jail him if Nigeria have a collaboration or the expatriate treaty to take him to bring him to Nigeria. So all the things I heard his will of advocating for Biafra Republic. As far as he's killing his people, he never for one day condemned the. He never for one day stood up and said, "Oh, I never told you to start killing your people." Nnamdi Kanu never mentioned that. He never said I should go and kill your people. The Eastern Security Network, in order to curb the influence of Fulanis coming into the country, coming into the state and east, to encroach in destroy their farms and products. That's what he did, and it was working then. Before Dave Umahi and co, they now formed their own security network, which they used to disorganize and destabilize the ESL. Who disorganized Amateku? Amateku is working. They only suspended Amateku this last week. Last week they did the governorship election in August. They suspended the Amateku for a day or 2 days. After that, they resumed their work and they were working. Why should Igbo people be so myopic? Why can't we reason? Why can't we reason? We are destabilizing our land. At the end of the day, the Fulani, the foreigners who come and occupy the land, the Simon Ekpa faction, autopilot, we are chasing everybody out. When you chase us out, the military will take over our houses, our mansion, and the Fulanis, which you know that they were the Fulani, they will call their people to come and take over. Who is fooling who? You are chasing us. You are looking for Biafra. And if the war comes, to kill all our men. And the worst is that whenever the Simon Ekpa calls this, they go and kill one soldier, the soldiers will now take their battalion because they will take their battalion because they kill one soldier and clear the whole community and chase everybody away. This man will be smiling, laughing, dancing in his mansion in Finland because he is protected, because he's a dual citizen. My brother, I cannot support evil, and whoever that supports evil must surely come to his way. Evil must never go away from that person, and they must surely reap what they sow. Karma is real. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that submission. Thank you very much for that submission, Honorable Onyebuchi. You really, as no Kuloku, say no, the lines are still open. People are already calling. You can call +234-8104545533. You can call it direct or you call it on WhatsApp. We'll have your calls. And also, don't forget that this program is being streamed live on all our social media platforms. On our Facebook page, BVI Channel 1, it is streaming there. And also, it is streaming on our Instagram. Many of you are not following us on Instagram. We are not really active before now, but since we started our live broadcast every weekday, we are streaming there. And if you want this voice to extend to that place, for more people on that platform to get this truth we are preaching on this platform, please follow us from there and share. Okay? And also, very importantly, on TikTok, yes, very much active people, Nigerians, Igbos, Hausas, Yorubas, all indigenous personalities and individuals are there from Nigeria, Africa, and beyond. Young people, very active. On our YouTube, we have more active people from the range of 40, 50, 60, 70. But the young people whom this message of freedom, message for good governance, the freedom of the people from bad governance. The major victims of those are passing away and whiling away their time on TikTok. But we cannot actually reach them if we don't have the number of followership that is needed for us to get there. Hello, good evening. You are live on BVI Channel 1 Matters Arising. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, my name is I'm calling from South Africa.
All right. Well, I didn't get your name actually.
Okay, I said my name is Abish. I'm calling from South Africa.
All right, go ahead, my brother. What's your take on what we're talking about?
Yeah, what I have to say is, for over years now, Southeast have not been, there is no peace in Southeast. Started from the time of Wazirike, we need to say it the way it is. We don't just start saying, Man, the Kano, and Simon, and there is what we call the origin of everything. Yes, because let's say that P2B, during the time P2B happens to be the governor of Anambra State, P2B tried so much to know if he could be able to stop the Masop, which is the origin. Because as of 96, 95, 94, there in Anambra State, we all know that there is insanity. I know that the things is going on, petty criminals and stuff, but all this Masop, marginalization, all those things is not coming up. Everybody is working so hard to make an ends meet. So my point is this. First and foremost, we need to start where this thing started from, which is Wazirike. We shouldn't count him aside. We shouldn't forget about Wazirike and Masop. Because all those boys everybody is complaining now, the users, whatever, that is the origin. People died during the time of Wazirike. We mustn't forget that. During the time of Nandekano as well, people died. And also during the time of this Simon Ekpa of a thing, people died as well. Now, we the Igbos need to come together to put an end to this. Not to start celebrating like Simon Ekpa has been arrested, he is going to be extradited from Finland to Nigeria. No, because I believe that even though that this guy sent back to Nigeria, another Simon Ekpa or worse than Nandekano will come up. What we the Igbos need is, how are we going to put this an insecurity in peace for everybody to be able to go out there and do their businesses and live the way we used to live at early 90s? But for me to come up here now as an Igbo man, started telling you I'm celebrating because Simon Ekpa has been arrested, is like, it's like it's a child's play. And I believe that you know what I'm talking about. We shouldn't celebrate about Simon Ekpa being arrested. Rather, we should use this opportunity to find a way to know what is causing this insecurity in the Southeast. If the 5 state governors can be able to create a good jobs opportunities for the youth, I believe that those guys that are there in the bush will come out and start working. I believe that if the 5 state governors will be able to create some things that will help the youth, I believe all these things that is going on, it will reduce.
I agree with you. You know why I agree with you and was listening attentively to your submission. I focus more on solution, and that is where you're heading to. People are more concentrated in blame game, without looking at possible solutions to nip this whole madness to the boot. And that is what we're preaching. The correlation between good governance and security, or bad governance and insecurity. Because when you have a frustrated youth that have tried everything possible, but the entire system is working against them, they are so frustrated, they become vulnerable and available tools for anyone to make use of in this manner.
Exactly.
I understand that's exactly where you're coming from. And if that is not tackled, even if you arrest 100 Simon Ekpa, more of them will rise.
Yes, the other boys are coming up. Now, we, the 5 Eastern region in Nigeria, have what it takes to make our 5 states. Okay.
All right.
We have all the 5 states. All the 5 states, Chinedu, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia State, and Imo State, has what it takes to develop the 5 states. We have what it takes. We have what it takes, but our politicians, they don't care. They don't care. If tomorrow that it was that Okeke becomes the governor of Anambra State, he wants all his children to move to United States of America. Then the children of the poor masses remains there without good education.
All right, brother.
Nothing to offer. It's appalling and it's very painful.
I understand you. Thank you very much. I think we have to take other people's call because a lot of calls are coming in.
Please, let's put more effort and see how to create job opportunities for the youth.
All right.
That is the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from. This is BVI Channel 1 and you're live on Matters Arising.
Good evening. I'm calling from England.
Okay, you're calling from United Kingdom. Go ahead.
Yeah. Unfortunately, everybody not believe. Another issue is, now, we need to reduce this. We need to reduce the insecurity they are talking about. That's number one. Because, every problem, for each year, when I got caught. So usually a court now. The one they caught, they reason is which year. Never look at the poor, maybe they think here, you need to go to the corner. You understand what I'm saying? Although the one they caught, they are not using the different method. Maybe you can do that. I know when I'm out there, it's a primary school campus. Many people. They're not poor. Many people. They're not good one. Many people. Then, I want them when I'm born of them. I know when I forget that I did it. You must say it all. I'm owning people out. So, all those things, the people and the Nigerian government defense young. Then I know when I'm last year, now, the 4th of December, 150 people came to my Christmas Eve, my job. At least in kind of what I need to know to do time one. I have how many times in the month area now, anyway, state. What I need to know to do is time one. I am over 2 million people on an IDP camp at Benue State. And kind of government are the people back by their community. Instead, the people that came out of their community are now living in those communities. Those people now are living for 4 or 5 years now, living in IDP camp. That is not Simon's problem. Because Simon is a car. Recently, they actually put the IDP camp to Imo State. The now Boston and North. About Simon is a car. So, how can they defend it? They don't want to cut him out. Now, to buy now, Simon, and 6 to 10 or Simon. I don't know what to send that they got from that. Over 27 people. Not the boss. Then Simon and all this. So, some of the guys are getting at the people. It started to the past, right from the time of the Bible. Well, just God brought Moses. Brought, Moses, Jacob, and so on. Oh, you wouldn't ignore somebody that. Because them are the governors, the senators, those are like willing to. They are working for Nigerian government because power will put under Nigerian government. So they don't expect it. So, don't get down in the
was because they lost confidence in their governor. Instead of the governor to collaborate with their people, marketing together, they started creating a Bubabu. The Bubabu that they create is to fight the people that are fighting people like this inside the bush. When you open Nigeria, to resist the repentant Boko Haram, you enlist them into Nigerian army. Everybody is saying it. So, who is the terrorist now? They have to Simon of terrorist. Chiamaka, the whole world is doing what's good. We went to Kenya. We were in nothing. But the whole world has almost get up here. This one, 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 America to get up here. This one. You see, those people now you are telling to 2 Simon. So, those are the things that are now one day that they have. They forgot that Simon and I didn't not in article. So how are you sure that not also people will opt for this? Because Nigeria and Abolition are for this Biafra. But not if it is the Simon at this level now, they make no way for Nigeria to go to that ICT that they are running away from. And they didn't think against them too much. So it's a challenge on campus out.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that, your submission. I wanted to ask you something, although your point is quite clear, but some people might be wondering if actually you are justifying the actions of Simon Ekpa.
Justifying action of Simon Ekpa how?
That's, but people will be wondering, you've given valid excuses why what is happening in the Southeast is happening. I mean, the killing, the carnage, and the rest of them.
The thing is asking me whether I'm justifying the action of Simon Ekpa. It's like me asking to now, you justify the killing of Igbo boys now. You justify the killing of Igbo boys now. You justify the Nimbo killing.
Of course, I will not justify. Nobody, no same man will justify that. No same man will justify that.
Sorry?
I said no same man will justify that.
So I'm just telling you, you don't want to make him alone. The reason now, also I know where time on now, about Kenneth. You could illustrate that now. You say the reason why it's wasting the time on. Simon now will take the reason why before that. Why even make him up?
I understand you. No, I understand you perfectly on that. I understand you perfectly on that. Because that's exactly what the spokesman came to say. Okay? But we'll continue anyway. Thank you for that submission. It's very important. Yeah, people are bringing that opinion up so that more people will get to know some of these things. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, we are still on Matters Arising. This is BVI Channel 1. Although today, Friday, we normally do GGM hour for good governance. But this Matters Arising became very important following what happened yesterday, talking about the arrest of Simon Ekpa in Finland and being remanded in prison custody. And his spokesman, I would say, the person who assumed the office of Deputy Director for Communication, that is under the leadership of Simon Ekpa's Biafra government in exile, came forward to say or insinuate that actually Simon Ekpa anticipated the arrest. They were expecting it, and they are looking forward for him to be taken to Exile, where he will now state his stance why he is indulged in what he is doing or why he's being arrested. Okay, that is his own opinion. You can drop your opinion on the comment section. Don't forget, this live streaming is coming through all our social media platforms, BVI Channel 1, on our Facebook page. It is also happening on our Instagram and also on our YouTube backup channel, BVI Channel 1 Plus. There are people who are watching from there and dropping your comments. We are going to get to all those places and get your opinion as you dropped it on the comment section. All right, we're having a call back from Honorable Okpara Onyebuchi. Hello, you're welcome back again. It seems you have something to say.
Yeah, because I'm going to when you were home.
Please go on.
Okay, based on onye ikpeazụ akwụrụ okwu kịta, o nwere ihe ọ na-refer to. Ọ na-ekwu na na a na-egbu a lot of people na Benue na North and so on and so forth. Mana ọ ya amata na ndị a na-egbu onwe ha. We are talking of ndị Fulani invaders na-egbu people na the Niger River Basin.
Nah, those areas, yes.
That they are cattle there. So they were trying to capture that area. That is quite different. Ndị be ya anaghị aghọta dị ihe a. Ama ka brain ndị be anyị si awọ. A na-agwa gị na ndị a na-egbu ndị be ha. We are clean ourselves. Okay, o nwere ebe enwere sitatu ma ebe ọzọ na the whole Nigeria. Ọkwa ndị be anyị na-apilot onwe ha na-egbu ndị be ha because enwere sitatu nke esi ihe na-esi egbu ndị be unu. Ha na-aghọtakwa the system. Ndị ọ na-ekwu maka fa, ndị ahụ ndị Fulani na-awapụ ha n'ike ka achụpụ ha n'obodo ka akpụrụ efi bịa ka ha nwee ike na-ata fresh grasses along the river basin. Mana nke anyị ọ na-anọ n'ime ebe anyị na-egbu onwe anyị sitatu ịpụta egbuo gị ebe ịchọ ihe na-egbuo gị. Onwe agba unu gị ọkụ ịma eze nọ na-edestroy go their palaces. You know, so on a government in collaboration with that government, then we get support in collaboration. That just so happen Simon Ekpa bundi paper because on the paper or not do good a fraction. Or because on a father what the thing. Okay. Somebody on a Finland and I want on a launch a fighter jet. Yeah, common sense. Then I launch a fighter jet. On a Biafra Biafra in Exile. No, they will Biafra na 2nd or 3rd of December. We go no say I know. Yeah, you can use and butcher from the by you got villages so abon sonia. O when they abon son na Biafra ebe niri ichiva. Nda ada aba in them worship. Worship in the million and diversion. On a they fight. Biafra to 27. Onye ọnda n'ọnụ ụlọ another anedit amamụ ihe ha na ndị be anyị brain ha na-enwe ofu onye na-azụ na-abịa n'ọnụ nke a ya common sense. O nwere ụdị ndị na-ekwu n'okwu n'anya ndị ọ na-echekwa echiche mmadụ bịa sị na ya launch fighter jet Tompolo living a legend Tompolo na nke na secure the pipeline government Tompolo o nwere oge good worship. That's it's happened and it is in the pen now. To face to the Burger from the top of the Finland, never or 6 hours to 5 jet to kind of fight to go on other. And I should from America. You know, the buy support of he never condemned the camp
all right. Okay. Okay, honorable, thank you very much. Okay, where's our other calls? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please. All right, Chris. You okay? You're not from Anambra. Go ahead with your submission.
Okay, I'm a follow program guy. I got a even doing it today. I come join. I got a normal Simon Ekpa. Can you at your one the right?
Yeah, go on.
Like he was this yeah. So my own take in here, my own take in here, to me, this last person who look at them Madonna. Simon Ekpa them to me. And I put part of Biafra, yeah. And so, yeah, man, to me, only on I'm with you, each way. a kind of we go see the way because in Tebezuku, like I was telling one of my friends, even before this Basala agitation, man and the self because said about that. Yeah, name in 2000 and I think that was maybe 2012. Can now one mad west here. Now, Obro na Nigeria continue the way Nigeria see me. Sundibo. Now, naturally, whether no Simon Ekpa or Nande, whomever, now continue the way see Sundibo. Now, this year was an agitation with time. We never die. And now with time, we may spread it to other places. So, Mambuzi self. So, Makandibo. So, what am I trying to say? Only one video watch one certain time, that time, Pasalefio. We Amachalo Biafra has surrendered. Only that man.
Yeah.
We have so also no na surrender. But no na a treaty omunda ya muto ofuma. No a treaty ofuma no muhaya wanite. And now this Biafra will rise up again. I'm on the rota.
Of course.
So, like what I was telling one of my brother.
Because may I call it brief because a lot of people are calling. May I call it brief because
Biafra. About the natural Simon Ekpa, natural Emmanuel. Yeah, those things in the power, and a bridge. Something like na the whole eastern region. Away na the whole east, away international airport to the functional. Na the whole east, away any embassy.
yeah.
Na the whole east, anything
I'm out of maybe Sabia. Out of maybe Sabia. Out of maybe Sabia. I understand where you're coming from.
All these things. One of the things made that in a which are power. Average now businessman, now trade easy. We seaport and the problem we have which you can't do without government. So strategically can I fight that war?
So what you're saying in summary, because there were a lot of people that are calling, what you're saying in summary, Bo, that now the recolonization, only a meeting point between good governance and the agitation. That now the Southeast governors are actually doing what they're supposed to do, or even the Nigerian government is doing what they're supposed to do. The agitation will not get to this point. Okay. All right. Okay.
Federal presence in Port Harcourt. Carrier is eastern individual effort this good governance who may preach. Even on individual effort. Man, a government no more help.
Okay.
Government no more. The true in actual this thing say those things are and they preach against.
All right.
Something like embassy, something like functioning airport, something like many other things.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All those things
All right.
Another generation will still come up as far as that generation and the
all right. Thank you, brother. Chris, thank you so much. Let's take other people's call because please try as much as possible to be brief and very put it in a summarized way so that more people's opinion can also be taken within the time frame of this program. This is still BVI Channel 1. We are still live on Matters Arising. And NDBC is already seated joining us virtually, but we're going to bring him. Let us quickly address the people who are calling from the lines. The lines are really hot and busy this evening. Hello, good evening. You are live on Matters Arising. This is BVI Channel 1. Your name and where you're calling from? Greetings to you. Your name and where you're calling from? Please, you have 2 minutes.
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, your name, sir.
My name is Franklin.
All right, go on. What's your submission with respect to what we're talking about? Please, you have 2 minutes.
What we are talking about Nigeria is a very serious matter. And the serious matter that was going on has solution. That solution is that not only Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu is the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is a means of a good governance. We are born over 40 years ago. We have been talented as people man I am. But there's work to fix this talent. So what we are talking is not direct person and kill him off and burn off talent in Africa and keep holding Nigeria ransom. So all we needed is a good governance, and that good governance is supposed to come from a good democratic way, because since Britain colonized Nigeria, we have not gotten freedom. We don't fight war with Britain to get freedom. All the countries have gotten freedom from Britain through fight and battle, while our own is just easy like that. What we are talking here is that Nigeria has not fought war to face war than the people. Only one man that comes to what will you be fighting individually in Nigeria? Time of fight has gone. If they really want fight, let them declare war now. But there is no war. There is peace, because in the east, the hub of Nigeria, we are the foundation that Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo supposed to bring out talents to kill this nation. But unfortunately, in the you see Fulani coming back. Fulani is talking about, we are talking on, I don't know where the boundaries are. There are Fulani in many countries. These people are coming, and many are here. Are they the people to rule this country through us, which is the only place we have in this people land, which I was born. I don't have any other place I can run to. So these people that is coming, where are they coming from? So what we are talking is that it's not by Nigeria talking solution or things like that. The current gun time has passed. What is coming now is the time of crisis, where if you want the bishops to carry gun, why? The inside is why. Why did they carry gun? The reason why he carried gun is because the Nnamdi Kanu that came first, even others that came to fight for Biafra, is fighting for the whole Nigeria to make a place where a common man like me will have a right. I can live as a human being. But unfortunately, Nigeria has made it that even oil that we are talking of is not part of humanity. This is affecting God has blessed people. But without it, we can build our nation. A lot of people builded Imo State, airports by themselves. There's a lot of people building by contribution. Like if now we are talking about who is financing it, people are contributing money. The whole Biafra, even if not all of them, half of them or a quarter of them that supported them, are raising funds. 50 naira, 100 naira, $1, $2. And before you know it, the whole world raise money. It becomes millions. What do you want about it? That's the only thing. To tell you that this is how government runs.
All right.
Nigeria
Thank you.
believe that we can be able to raise money and build ourselves. So if Nigeria know what is good for them, let them release them now. They can release everybody. Let's go to that Aburi matter. Once and for all, let's discuss. If they don't want discussion, let them continue now and see the end, because it's only tiring time. But according to the word of God, I'm telling you, which I believe, he said, violence taken by force.
All right, brother.
Every nation in this world is violent.
All right. It's okay. It's okay. I think we have to allow other people to speak. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Excuse me. Hello. It's okay. I think we have other people who are calling. Let's give them more chance. I think you've made your point very clear and it's highly appreciated. Thank you very much, please. We try to keep it within the time frame so that other people who are calling will have their opinion. You cannot occupy the entire procedure, okay? We appreciate that everybody wants to add the opinion on this issue. We are giving you people a voice. We are here to do just that. But in doing that, we have to maintain some kind of line so that we'll be able to accommodate more people's opinion on this program. This is Still Matters Horizon, and you are listening and watching BVI Channel 1. Okay, many people are already dropping their comments. Those who are calling, please bring in the calls. We will take them. And while the calls are coming, NWC, good evening and welcome to the program this evening.
Yeah, good evening, Chinedu. And greetings to our people all over the world.
Okay, reaction. Yes, you've had, I can hear you very well. You had the submission of so many people, and how do you react to some of the opinions? Is there anyone you want to react to?
My reaction remains yes. But let me just sound my own personal opinion over the whole thing. In summary, I think so many of our people are just too emotional. They are not realistic and they are not strategic. That has been our problem since after the Civil War. We've not had sound and stable minded individual leading our struggle. Yes, I know so many people will tell us, Chinedu, you've been in this struggle for years. I've been in the struggle for years. Everybody must not be on the front seat. You know, our people are just used to following individuals. When you talk, they will tell you, go and sit down. What have you done? You go and start your own. You know, our people like uh, people who are deceiving them, people who are not straight, people who are promising them heaven and earth. So people will tell them that you sleep and wake up to see Biafra. That is what our people understand. Some people will give the date, come December 2nd, I will declare Biafra. That is the kind of breaking news our people want to hear. But our people never believe in planning, strategic planning. They never believe in short term, medium term, and long term planning. Chinedu, over the years, we've been on this platform. Even when we joined UPP under Chikwa Sokoria, where we carried the message of Biafra and the Biafran flag to political struggle. I guess so many of our people followed us that time, but they were not interested. Rather, they were interested in following people who promised them that it's a struggle. You must fight. You must fight. People must die. You must waste blood. I mean, suffered by violence. That is the kind of grammar our people. Our people believe in copy and paste because of what happened in the Bible. They say kingdom of heaven or hell suffered by violence. Some other people say you can't get independence by going to court by being in political struggle. Some other people say, look at Southern Sudan, look at this place, they must fight, they must fight. But they do not care to know the peculiar situation they have. They do not care to know the opinion of other people. They do not care to know that you have to plant mango. And if you plant mango, you have to take care of the mango. Mango will start growing. That it takes a time before you start harvesting mango. And they do not know that you cannot plant mango and harvest orange. You plant mango and wait for a period of time before you harvest it. That is how people, sensible people and rational people plan. Some of them will say Fulanis have plan. Fulanis they have 50-year plan. What is your own plan, Biafran people? What is your plan? Are you meticulously and strategically following the plan? Or are you waiting in your bedroom for somebody in Finland or somebody in Germany to give you Biafra? That is how lazy. Our people are lazy mentally. I call it mental laziness. For us here, as ambassador of good governance, I will always say and I will maintain that Simon is not the issue. Nnamdi Kanu is not the issue. The issue is on the message. Whether Nnamdi Kanu dies tomorrow, the message will continue. Whether Simon Ekpa dies, the message will continue. Whether Chinedu dies, the message will continue. Whether I, Ndubisi, the Ambassador General of Good Governance Ministry, dies, the message will continue. Let us play more on the message. What is the message? What do Igbos want from this system, from this fraudulent system called Nigeria?
All right,
What is
Ndubisi.
that thing we want? I
Ndubisi,
think
hang
that
on.
is
Ndubisi.
our discussion, Chinedu.
All
Because if
right.
we continue listening to people will take over this our platform, Chinedu. Tell them that this is a platform of good governance
Yeah,
ministry.
of
This is
course,
not
hang on.
platform of
Hang on,
Biafra in
Ndubisi.
exile, please.
Ndubisi, hang on. We are here to give the people a voice, and we'll get the opinion
Let
first.
those people not mislead us.
They're
Let
not
them not
misleading
mislead
everybody.
us, Chinedu. They shouldn't
Ndubisi,
mislead us.
hang on. Everybody has
Let
the
us
right.
let them not mislead people following us.
Excuse
This
me,
platform we spend money and resources to build it.
Ndubisi, please,
They
please.
should not come here to mislead us.
Ndubisi, nobody is misleading anybody. Everybody is entitled to the opinion. And it's until you know people's opinion, you know how to react to them and address it. Okay? So it is important, you must understand that. Hello, good evening. The caller from United Kingdom, your name, please.
Again. I just want to say
Your name again, please. I want to understand. Your name again.
Emeka.
Okay, you've called before on this program.
I want to respond just 1 minute to what the Honorable said. The Honorable saying that the Fulanis are killing in the Middle East. I mean in the Middle Belt, but Simon Ekpa is killing in the East. It is an honorable now. It's a functionary. Does it mean that not like the Benue people on the like the Plateau people, they are killing them? When they take over those areas, see, even honorable, look at the Benue state, look at it. It is some country. If you want to come and do certain things nearby, at the country that's near us, you understand? Because you know that and that other country will get close for you to come and invade them. I would not allow Black people to invade Benue and invade their places, knowing full well that when those areas is taken over, whatever was a standing point and come and take in your place. And that's not Simon Ekpa, but when you go like this, all to his men and him, when he was up, he was calling Aso Rock. They called the commissioner of police. They said they were he's waiting order from Abuja. All of the women, our mother, because when they go to the farm, they will rape them and kill them in the farm. All the same get down the network. That's why they came out of the forest and now get this. Now they came out and started them. The Honorable Nafuka, none of them will come and say anything. None of them condemned what happened in Africa place. The Honorable now will not condemn what happened in Kenya. Or Shakuta, and need to keep our people. Honorable.
No, I don't think you understand. Excuse me. I don't think you understand the point the man is making. And I want you to, if you want to address something or react to something, you react basically on what the person is saying concerning a particular issue.
What the man said was that Amnan Dekano was the person killing in the East. I mean, Simon Ekpa was killing in the East. At the Fulanis, we are killing in the Middle Belt. That's what he said.
He said that what is happening in Benue and those riverine area is the Fulanis that invaded those areas. Not the case of those people of Benue State killing themselves. But in the southeast here, you have the Fulanis also ransacking villages, but they are not being addressed or addressed by this Simon Ekpa faction, but rather he is using his own energy to decimate the Biafran people, the Igbo people, and destroying Igbo land. So it's like he's saying that Simon Ekpa is instrumental in destroying Southeast. That is his position in terms of insecurity and the killings. Like the people that were killed at Nkwere, they are all vigilantes that are Igbos. So that is just it. Anyway, that is, we are not trying to make an argument. What we are trying to is to find solution. And I bet the time you called earlier, you provide your solution, if I'm mistaken, that good governance will address some of these things.
Good governance will address it.
That's exactly what we are talking about. And that is the solution we want to focus on more than blame game.
And they forgot that not even in a honey now, even in international law, even anything, only about Nigerian folks.
No, I don't agree with you on that. I don't agree with you on that. I don't agree with you that as a security operative like the vigilante that is set up by state, but Nigeria Kavana. Then who then will secure our homeland? Who then?
The vigilante that we are watching that are going to people's houses. They come to look at the video now. They go pick people from their houses, which they will not come back. I have so many videos like that.
Where? Where did it happen?
I'll post the video to you right now. I have like 10.
Where did it happen? I'm asking.
It happened so many in Anambra State, in Enugu State, in Imo State, different locations. Vigilante.
Anyway, on subsequent videos, we are going to address that too. But to be honest with you, we are living in Biafra land. We are living in Igbo land. I'm currently resident in Igbo land and in Biafra land. So we don't live by hearsay. We live we are in the front line. Okay? There is no justification, as far as I'm concerned, there is no justification in shedding the blood of your own brothers in their homeland. There is no justification to that. We all know that Ebubago is a political setup. So we don't mop up things so that we confuse ourselves. I have condemned Ebubago. There is no Ebubago in Anambra State. What we have in Anambra State is Anambra Vigilante Group. Okay? So if you are talking about Ebubago that was set up by APC under Umai and Hope Uzodinma, it's different from vigilantes, community vigilantes, securing their communities. You go about killing them. Always you go down. Who will now fight for you? Nah, let's leave that. Let us not distract ourselves on that. Let us not distract ourselves with that issue and focus on solution, which we have actually pointed out. That is why we as the people must engage them. We engage the political class. We chase them out. That's why we are advocating that people should join the revolution we are calling for. Political revolution. That is just it. And it starts from here. But when you are telling our people, they will call you one Nigeria. Anyway, my brother, let us take other calls, please. Let us take other calls. It's all right. It's okay, my brother. Let us take other calls because other people are calling. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. We don't want to be distracted by some unneeded argument. We're focusing on the solution. That is the major thing. To focus on the solution. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from. Please be brief. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening. This is Frederick. I'm calling from Enugu.
Okay, Frederick calling from Enugu. Go ahead with your submission.
Yeah. I just want to ask you a question, not by your submission.
All right, go on, please.
Okay. My question is arresting Simon Ekpa the best solution to this whole problem?
To arrest Simon Ekpa will not solve the problem because Simon Ekpa is just part of the problem. It's just as a result of a problem.
Okay. Now, you talk about political revolution or whatever.
watching you for years.
Yeah.
You understand? Sometimes there are things you will throw away on subscribe, sometimes I'll come back. Now, so, now, a question I want to ask, who is going to lead that revolution you're talking about?
I can lead it. I can lead the revolution. I'm not afraid of death when it comes to revolution.
Nature abhors vacuum. You understand? Because I've been seeing you talking. Sometimes I don't feel this energy to like, okay, these guys, yes, you are talking some certain things, you make things. Sometimes you come off, you say this, but there is no movement where you are leading that people should follow you on that, apart from watching you online now.
No, we have GGM. GGM is a political revolutionary platform where we are mobilizing the people to take action so that the right people will take over power. It is possible, but revolution, it doesn't happen and start with one man and end with one man. It is the people, and it starts with mental revolution. It starts with the people changing their attitude. When we are telling our people about political revolution and they're telling you no election, how is the revolution going to happen? When you're telling our people and they will tell you, oh, the visit mindset that the election is already rigged. Who are the people rigging the election? If not the same ordinary people. In Biafra land today, in Imo State, which people rig Imo State election? If not the Biafran people, the Igbo people in Imo State. Have you ever seen politician carry ballot box? Have you ever seen politician writing election result? Is it not the ordinary suffering people who does that for them in exchange for peanut? That is the revolution we are talking about. It has to start with the attitude change of our people. If our people must understand and embrace this message, to be honest with you,
people don't just go. Nobody just like ask him online now. I saw what you're doing. So people don't just like on their own decide to do something on it because in the absence of them, they cannot. It's how ever match. You understand? And people see that he's doing something, and people began to
it is not about, my brother. It's not just about doing something. Anybody can do anything. If as you look at me today, I can put myself and carry bomb and go at one place and blow myself up because I can do it. But the point is that your action, that thing that you are doing, what is the result? Did you solve the problem or escalate the problem? That is what we're talking about. That thing that you are doing, is it solving the problem or escalating the problem?
I'm talking about now.
So that is it, my brother. Do you have any other question? So that we allow other people to...
Because, like, you need to go here now. Hello?
Go on.
Yeah, like, you need to go here now. Because people, I need to, like, say, okay, this is where to go. If I want to be, this is who I should reach.
If you want to join GGM, you call this line after the live broadcast. We will add you to the platform where we are mobilizing the people. I know people always want physical action. Who is our leader? You will follow the person. We are building institution. GGM is an institution that is beyond me. If I die today, if I die tomorrow, the vision and the revolution will continue. Because we have set up an institution that is beyond any individual. That is what we are talking about. We are setting up a parallel institution that will tackle this madness in government. Because from everything everybody has said, it is all boiling down on bad governance. It's all boiling down on the uselessness of the political class, especially in the Southeast. Because I am the first person that keeps saying it, that it is the Southeast governors that are sponsoring insecurity in the Southeast. They were the ones that opened the floodgate of hell for Southeast, for all this manner of carnage to be happening in the Southeast. They are responsible for it because of their inaction. We said that, and I'm about to say it. And if they are not ready to fix it, that's why I'm asking the people to mobilize themselves. And that is why GGM is here. Good Governance Ministry. To mobilize the people. If we say this person is the kind of person that carries our aspiration at heart and can deliver on the mandate of the people, then the people will stand behind the person. In 2017, we ran what we call the Biafran political revolution. How many people supported it? How many Biafrans supported it? They were shouting, no erection, no erection. How many people supported it? If we had, as Biafrans, die hard, as I'm talking to you now, I am a Biafran, living in Biafran land, and I make my point very clear and open. Everybody knows that I'm a Biafran, and it is not a crime for anyone to say he's a Biafran. The most important thing is, what do you do? Are you committing crime in the name of Biafra? I don't support that. I don't support breakdown of law and order. That's why we've opted out for a political revolution. Let us engage the system in their impunity. And let me see who is going to rig the election against the people. Who are they going to use to rig the election, if not the people? So the mental revolution must start with the people. And that is why we are engaging them. Thank you very much. So that is it. You can call if you want to be part of GGM. Please do call the number you're seeing on the screen. Or you call +234-810-420-7522. If you call that number, you'll be able to be added to our platform on GGM. We are on WhatsApp. We are mobilizing. We want more ambassadors for good governance to come up from all our homeland, from all the states in the southeast and beyond to the 36 states in Nigeria and beyond to Africa, because GGM is GGM Africa. We want to liberate the black race from bad governance so that we'll stop living in penury in the midst of plenty in our homeland, because we have useless people in power. That is the position we've taken, and that is our commitment. I have somebody who was saying here, hey, they are contributing $1, $2, $3, $3 to be sponsoring the carnage happening in the southeast. How many people can sponsor what to sustain this revolution we are preaching on this platform? Boldly, do you think it is easy to declare yourself boldly as a Biafran in Nigeria, living in Biafran land? It takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of commitment. Do you think that if we want to